she's just excited. Oh, it's making me cry, Evelyn. That's so beautiful. This is a girl that practices a lot. Now, kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I am your vocal coach for today. We're going to be taking a look at Evelyn Errante singing Defying Gravity from Wicked. Love the song. Say that too fast. I really need to work on my articulation. Let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique. That's better.
Good evening.
Hi.
Oh my God, you look like you're very, very happy to be here.
Yes, pumped.
What is your name?
My name is Evelyn Errante.
And what do you do? What is your, how old are you?
I'm 13 and I'm a singer.
And where are you from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Have you dreamed about this moment for a long, long time?
Yes, ever since I was a little girl.
What do you want to do with
Okay, so we don't need to watch the entire interview because we are really just here to have a little look at her her performance, but she definitely looks like she's had some time on stage before. This is no beginner to the stage.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down.
Okay, I'm not really too sure if this has been like changed in the post-production or something like that. Just like this, the voice just sounds too present. Anyway, we're going to take it as 100% live performance and we'll just accept it like that. You can see that she's definitely had some stage experience. She's all smiles and then she goes to sing and it was like all business. I absolutely love it. We've got a thicker vocal fold contact here. Have to remember, like, children have a different setup to adults. So we'll talk a little bit about that.
Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time.
Okay, awesome. I'm really, really happy that she, her singing teacher hasn't told her to drop her larynx. She's not sounding like she's older. She sounds like a 13-year-old girl. Now, when I say children have a different setup, it's really dependent on when they go through puberty. So we need to, 13 years old in this day and age, she's probably already started her period. So what happens is when that occurs is there's a definite dropping of the color of the tone because the vocal folds thicken a little bit, the larynx gets a little bit bigger, the sound kind of darkens at that point. Now let's just go back and we're sort of, and this is this typical sort of like still 13 is not an adult, so it's still very much this childlike sound of a little bit of breath coming through, and we're wanting to make sure that we're not trying to force all of that out because she still needs to sound like a child as well.
Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down.
I think I'll try defying gravity. love that, because one thing with like young singers is, especially when they're going through that puberty phase, when they're younger, they find it quite easy to go much higher. And when they've gone through at the beginning of puberty, it becomes a little bit more challenging for them to then get into those thinner vocal folds and to take a lot of that breath out. So we've got that sort of, it is still thin vocal folds. Just like a little bit less core to the sound than maybe if when she gets a little bit older. And that's also due to the fact that, you know, when the larynx grows, the vocal folds grow as well. And so it becomes all a little bit unstable, and it's different to the way it was before.
So if you can't find me till the western sky, as someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free to those who ground me.
I love it. I love it when I see a young singer who's just so knows what they want with their life. And like, you can see, she's giving me goosebumps. You can see she's going to be a singer. She really, really, really wants it. And I love it. So much heart, so much energy in the song. You can see there though, the training is kicking in. We're getting all of these lovely hand gestures, which is beautiful. That's what we want. There's nothing wrong with a lot of training. But it's so perfect the way she's using all these expressions and things like that. That's actually hard to teach children to do. So I'm absolutely loving a lot of it comes through copying what we've seen. Again, not poo-pooing Evelyn. It's just that this is just kind of what happens. Let's go back to when she starts getting a little bit louder. We've got a chest voice sound. Now, the beauty of children is they have slightly smaller larynges, the larynx. So they have smaller ones. And so it's a little bit easier for them to sing higher and louder like this.
So if you can't find me till the western sky, as someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free to those who ground me. Take a message back from me. Tell them how I defy gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them.
Beautiful. This is a very wonderful natural singer who's obviously worked really, really hard at their voice as well. What I mean by natural is when we've got this beautiful balance between the lower and the upper register. It seems quite effortless for Evelyn, but it's very much because she's been singing a lot. One thing, especially with 13-year-olds, especially with this sort of like puberty change coming in, often we have to keep on singing through puberty to ensure that the larynx stays flexible, because as I said, it grows, and so the vocal folds grow as well, and it becomes a bit unstable. And we don't continue singing to get used to these changes and really kind of drill through it. There is a drop in the upper register just at the beginning, and then when they get a little bit older and they start practicing more, it comes back again. But it's really typical. So let's just go back on there. I love there's not too much twang. It's this beautiful thicker vocal fold sound. We've got this forward tongue position, great mouth position, bit more of a trumpet shape, really helping to get that thicker vocal fold further up in the range.
And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free to those who ground me. Take a message back from me. Tell them how I defy gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
Look at those parents are she's just excited. Oh, it's making me cry, Evelyn. That's so beautiful. I love it when people are so supportive. You can just see she just wants it more than you. Look at her little eyes. Oh. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing people really like kill it on stage and being excited about their performances. That's really hard. Let's watch that at the end. Those this is a girl that practices a lot. Now, no matter what you say, I don't care if she's in singing lessons or not. She will be in choir. She will be in theater group. She will be going to camps. She will be singing pretty much all day, every day, because you don't get to sound like this if you aren't singing a shitload, especially even at this age. She'll be singing everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if she's also a dancer who's also doing gymnastics and all sorts of stuff like that. You know, I obviously don't know her from a bar of soap, but this is a child who is very, very, very invested in becoming a singer, and I'm sure she's doing everything possible to become that singer that she wants to be. So let's just go in, and again, I'm not poo-pooing Evelyn. The tricky thing about children is that a lot of it, this can really come from training. When you are talking about, though, a natural singer who sort of appears to be able to do this from nowhere, especially at this age, you do often let them kind of discover their own voices as they're getting older. Very dependent, but it does seem like, on the child, but it does seem like Evelyn would be quite receptive to, she really, really wants to do well. So I'm sure that she practices a lot. Great mouth shape. Beautiful.
No wizard that there is or was.
So you can see there we are. And nobody and all of us. We've actually got really lovely mouth shape going on there. She's got these short, sharp, high breaths. It's helping for her to achieve that higher belt sound. But you do need to really make sure that you've got a lower chest voice sound before you start going for these really, really high belts. So you do need my free singing lesson down in the description below, which I will take you through my exercise to really find a secure lower sound with thick vocal folds before you start going on to this sort of stuff.
No wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring me down.
Evelyn, they're going crazy for you.
Oh, she's so cute. And she's so proud of herself. And look at her mum on the side. I could cry all over again. Oh, it's just so beautiful. So that a lot of people see these things and they're like, oh my God, I wasn't that good when I was a child. Now, think about where she comes from. Think about her natural accent. We heard her talk at the beginning. She had a lovely higher larynx, so automatically she's set up with a much better setup for belt than a lot of other languages, or, well, we call them attractor states, so where the voice likes to go. This is also due to, the size of a child's larynx also lends itself to these high belty sounds. And before you start sounding off in the comments, next time, just when you walk past a playground or a school, think about how loud those children all are. And most of them never lose their voices. Obviously, there are exceptions, and I have worked with exceptions, so yes. But, most of those children, they are set up to belt. That's the whole point. So we can hear them if anything's going wrong. Again, Evelyn has put in a lot of work into her singing. This is beautiful work. Really, really lovely. And I love that, whoever she's working with, her vocal coach is doing a beautiful job. Her vocal coach, choir director, theater director, whatever, is doing a really, really beautiful job with her. And she's doing a lovely job of putting it into play. Nothing extraneous going on in the movement. Let's just watch that there, because you go, I don't like that everyone's doing the new Cynthia Erivo riff, by the way. Do the one in the fucking sheet music or come up with your own. But she's a child. I don't tell children that.
Gravity, and soon
That's hard. Down. That is very, very hard. Evelyn, well done. Love it. Doing a D on top of a high belt like that, absolutely crazy, crazy high. We wanted to get off the D as quickly as possible in order to continue on and spend more time on the vowel with that. You can see that though she's got her arm out, we're not seeing loads of tension going on within the body. So this is really perfect. Maybe the head sideways is also a little bit of a way of, maybe she's seen that while she's performing, but we can also, sometimes that can skew the note, but it's not with her. Okay, I do really recommend that you watch the whole video because I'm not prepared to cry today at the start of my working day. So what a beautiful performance. I just want you to know that if you are a child and you are around Evelyn's age and you don't sound like that, that's not a problem. Everybody can learn to improve their voices, and especially for young girls, there is a huge change, as I said, that goes on around this age. And especially if you've got braces or if you've got any work going on dentally, this can cause a lot of tension. So maybe Defying Gravity is not quite on the books for you just yet, but we can go on to those sorts of sounds later on. And if you're an adult and you're like, oh my God, I don't have any chance, I never sounded like that when I was Evelyn's age, that's also not a problem because we can all learn how to do it. But just remember that her natural setup is also really leaning towards the sound when we heard her speak. And that's why I really do recommend go and watch the full video if you're just not too sure what I'm talking about. Listen to her speaking voice and hear how similar it is to the way that she's singing. And the way that it's she started speaking at the beginning. Actually, let's just do that again because she was speaking. There you go. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. We already had a thicker vocal fold sound and a little bit of cricoid tilt as well going on before she started even singing a note. Cricoid tilt is the area, so we've got the larynx, and one part of the larynx is the cricoid cartilage below the bit where the vocal folds are down here. Well, not that too far down. And when that tips back, that's what gives us a thicker than thick vocal fold sound, which is what we need to do if we're going to go into belting. So already her spoken voice had a bit of that cricoid tilt in it, which is telling us ding, 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 that's going to make belting incredibly easy for her, or to access that sound after some training. So well done, Evelyn. Can't wait to see her evolve. But I see like Taylor Swift energy here. I see her just going and doing wonderful things with wonderful supportive parents. And I hope that they get really great management and that they make sure that she's looked after at the beginning of her career. Check out some more AGT up here. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. I have a massive goal this year. I want to reach 1 million subscribers so I can really spend more time of my working week helping you here on YouTube. So if you've enjoyed it, join me where I put out 3 videos every single week. If you want some freebies, they're down in the description below, as well as my online singing school, the Vocal Academy. You can join us to improve your vocal technique through our programs. Check it out in the description below. There's so much down there. Actually, just go down and have a little look. I want you to tell me though, what was your favorite part of Evelyn's performance? And I have to say, I love the way that she put so much heart into her singing. And no matter what her technique was doing, I really felt like she was convicted. She was there. She was alphabet in that moment. So I'd love to see what you enjoyed about her performance. Have an awesome rest of your day and happy singing! Ka kite aro.